Hey, this is Peggy with Seroptimus International of Albany, and I'm very excited to introduce our Grand Marshal, one of our Faces of Cancer from 2016, Gabby, Fief, Hyde. And 2016 was a very special year for us because it was our very first year of starting our Faces of Cancer morning program. So Gabby and her mom came and shared their story, along with our longtime Seroptimus member, Georgie McElhaney, and a very dear friend of mine that I've lost to cancer, Lisa Bass's sister, stepped in for her. So let's hear from Gabby about her lifelong experience.
I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer when I was 11 years old. For most people, they look at me like I'm a crazy person when they hear that, because 11 is in 6th grade. You're in middle school, and how did I possibly find out that I was diagnosed at such an early age? And I was very fortunate that my tumor was actually producing a significant amount of fluid, my cyst was. And so when I went into surgery to get my ovary removed, I actually was told I looked 6 months pregnant and my stomach was just completely distended. The surgeons removed over 5 liters of fluid from my stomach. And I was extremely fortunate to have some of the best doctors at Samaritan, as well as up at Dornbecker's Hospital. And it was very quick. They were very efficient. And within a week's time, I went from having a really bad stomach ache and not knowing what was wrong to me to being sent home after surgery and waiting for my test results. It seemed like the longest 3 weeks of my life. We had found out that through the process of the surgery, they were able to remove all of my cancer cells that were in my body, and I was now cancer-free. I felt so fortunate that as I was getting home from the doctor, I had gotten cards from people all over, not only the state, but the country, people I had no connection to, but had heard from a friend of a friend that there was a little girl going through a hard time and that they were praying for me. What really drew me to Seroptimus was a couple of things. First off, any chance I feel like I can give back to a community of women who have supported me throughout my whole life. Again, just with my cancer story and my treatment, of just having this whole support system of people who I knew, but I didn't necessarily always know, or maybe didn't actually get to meet until quite recently. Being able to give back to that, and then just again help any of these women, especially anybody who's just going through such a hard time with cancer. I've really gotten to see firsthand how impactful it has been in my family for multiple generations, and just see the impact and stress that can have, and just to try to find a way to support them in any way I can, whether that's just having somebody that they know is rooting for them, or trying to help them financially, or whatever I can do to be a support for any of those women and give back in any way has just been really impactful for me. My grandmother, who actually was diagnosed with ovarian cancer as well when I was in the 8th grade, was a part of the Seroptimus chapter here in Albany. She was a member up until she passed from her cancer. My mom and I were actually Faces of Cancer together when my mom was diagnosed with breast cancer. And then I have been a part of Seroptimus myself for the past 2 years. Just knowing that you're not alone, and there are people out there that are caring about you and praying for you and rooting you along that you don't even know, and you might not ever know. Knowing that I had cancer, my only real experience with cancer at 11 was, awesome, I'm first gonna go bald and then I'm probably gonna die. And that was really just kind of my thought process, because that's all I knew. And so finding out that that wasn't going to happen to me, and I was gonna be fortunate enough to be a big sister. My mom had just had my last sibling the year before, and so I'm the oldest of 4, and with little kids at home, and just knowing that I wanted to be around my family, I just felt so blessed and so thankful that God really gave me and my family a whole second chance at seeing what life could be like and how to reposition that.